Hey everybody, it's Jay and John, Doubles Talk. John, we're going to talk about today the server's partner and their position at the net.
Good. That's what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Stay out of my way.
That's right.
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm going to give you the pen.
Okay.
All right.
Well, the server's partner's responsibilities are basically to cover that sideline, you know, and to do that they want to be aware of where their partner, the server, is serving from and serving to. If the server likes to go wide, then this player might want to inch over just a little bit after the serve, not to give away anything as far as their position is concerned. So you can kind of keep an eye open for a partner who likes to go wide. If you're going to go wide, though, you want to really go wide. You don't want to put it right into their forehand so they can just slaughter the net player. Is that the right word? Slaughter? Maybe I shouldn't use that word.
Oh.
So you don't beat your partner down the line.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was much cleaner.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So before every point, you want, as a net player, you want to talk to your partner about where they're going to serve. And something that's really big is when you do speak with them, make sure your back's turned to your opponents, and you might even need to cover your mouth so they don't read your signals. Oftentimes I hear opponents speaking with their partner, and I use that against them. It's not against the rules to listen to what your opponents are saying to each other, so be aware of that and try to keep your hand over your mouth and maybe your back turned.
Or talk John further back toward the baseline.
Yeah.
It's less likely to be hurt.
Yeah, and you don't have to yell to your partner. They're standing right there.
Yeah. Unless they can't hear.
That's right. And here we are again. We have to keep an eye open for what our opponents like to do too. If you're facing someone who likes to lob a lot, then that server's partner needs to be back perhaps a little bit, and the server needs to be more aware of covering behind the net player.
Right. Switching.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that, John.
Yeah.
You have a returner who we're playing against. I'm at the net and you're back serving. The returner decides that they're going to try to, they're aggressive players, they're going to try to lob the return over the net player, and now what's going to happen? How's that going to work? Where am I going?
Well, it depends on the net player's mobility. The responsibility lies with the net player. And what I like to do, if I see that lob go up and I'm the server, is I start to make the move, okay? And I want my partner to know that I am there, okay? And that's something I can discuss with them beforehand.
Right.
So they're not going up for a smash and they hear me say, I'm here, you know?
Right.
You want to keep things clear in their mind. They get to move for it, and you keep an eye on it, and you can even start your move.
Right.
Okay? If they decide it's yours, then you just keep running and they make that switch. Where does the switch go?
Well, the switch is
Or-
where John, you're serving. You're going to go over and take the lob because the net player myself couldn't reach it. So you're going to then hit the ball from back here, and now we've got a problem. We've got two players on this side. I've seen this before. Not a good thing, because the opponents recognize that and they can hit it to the open court. So I've got to now shift. I like to shift this way, don't go all the way back, and I like to park right at the service line. Now, once that lob is hit, which I think you should lob there because we're in a defensive position, that gives me time to move over. I wait to see if you've successfully lobbed, there's a net player over this player's head. If you've successfully lobbed, then I can close. If the lob is short, then I've got to retreat back probably towards the middle where 80% of the balls go in doubles and cover that and make this person hit an overhead drive that way, which is not always easy. If I go to the right too far, then it leaves this huge hole open in the middle and they burn me there. So it's important that I know what I'm doing when I switch, where I'm going. And a lot of times people ask me, I don't know where to go. Should I run all the way back? I'm not sure you have time to run all the way back. Let's get to the service line and figure out from there what we need to do. And this is all predicated on what kind of shot John's hitting. Is he hitting a lob? Is he hitting a short lob where I'm going to get killed? Is he hitting a deep lob where now maybe even he can, as I cross, he can come in too? And now we took a disadvantage and turned it into an advantage, and now we're both at the net. It's hard to read all that, but
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on that, on your lob?
Well, may I?
Go for it.
Okay.
This is where we pause. Gosh, whole bottle.
Oh, it was a mess.
Wow, what a mess.
All right.
John, you better hurry. We're losing them.
Oh, okay.
Hurry, John.
All right.
We're losing our audience.
Okay. So, same scenario. Let's say this is Jay. Okay.
Great.
And this is me. I'm the server's partner. If that lob goes over my head, I'd expect a call from my partner as to where they want me to go. You know, oftentimes if that lob's really good, I'm going to say back, 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 or get back to my partner. Come on back with me, and in that case, it's a really fast back pedal or an all-out sprint to get back into a defending position.
Okay.
I would assume that my partner is going to hit a high lob. That's going to give me time to get back into that position. Okay? If I feel like, actually, if I'm playing with Jay, I know Jay's going to do something tricky, and more than likely our opponents are going to be hitting something off balance. So in that sense, I'm going to move to the tee and get into my deep ready position, okay? Ready to pounce on something that is going to come back weak.
All right, John, before you go on,
Oh.
what does that mean? Deep ready position. We got to tell our audience what that means. What is ready position? And what is deep ready position?
I'm going to get really low.
Got it.
Okay.
So you have to bend your knees?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wide
Good.
stance, bend my knees,
Cool.
get into a
Thank
deep
you.
ready. Thanks,
Sorry
Jay.
to interrupt.
No. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get into a really low ready position, and I'll be ready for almost anything, especially if my partner likes to play that shot with some flair or trickiness or what else? What other word? Adjective. Vicky's here. Vicky. What?
Cagey.
Cagey.
Caginess.
Caginess.
All right,
Yeah.
John, I have one other question.
Yeah.
This is a big question, what is the responsibility of the net player in terms of their court coverage?
Mhm.
When they're at the net and there's a rally that started after you serve, what are they supposed to do?
Well, I think that certainly varies from player to player. I see a lot of different things going on. I like to see players that like to cut across a lot. Personally, I'm just going to try to hold my position as best I can, and actually, once that rally starts, I'm going to probably play, for myself, I'm going to play a little bit deeper and then shift with the ball. As my partner's about to hit the ball, I slide a little bit more towards the center. If they're able to get it back here, then I come back to here, okay? And I would expect my opponent to be doing the same, okay? Making those same kind of plays, shifting with the ball. And I find that most players like to play about mid-box. I like to play a little bit more of a defensive position in that situation. And
Is that because you got a better shot if they lob to get to the ball? Or you feel like it's time?
I'm more concerned about this player.
Okay.
I want to have time to handle
to
this
react
player.
on that
'cause-
guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
and turn their offensive attempt into a good shot.
Now, let's say you did execute a pretty good volley, then you wouldn't stay there, right? If you executed a nice deep volley and you're on offense, then in that position, do you move there?
Well, that's
Or
where
do
I
you
think my
stay?
tactics vary with a lot of players. You know, I'm almost 60 years old, so my court coverage isn't what it used to be, right?
Okay.
Okay, and I don't know if I played much different when I was younger.
Okay.
But if I hit an aggressive shot that lands deep in the court, I'm going to pretty much hold my position, expecting my opponent to go into a deep defensive, into their defensive pockets and hit a lob. Okay, and I want to be in position to put that away.
Good point.
If I close in too much after hitting a really aggressive shot, I'm leaving the door open, even if I have a partner who's back. That's my own tactics. I know a lot of players are different. How about you?
Well, I'm not super fast, so I like to be more in the middle of the
Oh,
box.
okay, so you're
Okay?
closer.
So I'm a little
Mr.
closer
Tall Guy.
because I'm John's age. No.
You're tall.
No, I'm a little taller, but
Yeah.
I think it's a comfort thing. Some people would prefer to be a little closer. I do agree that reaction time off this player who's offensive is much better if you're able to take a step back and see it.
Mhm.
But there are some players that just like to be up with their teeth on the net, and they
Right.
feel more comfortable
Right.
that way. Just know that when that happens, boy, that lob's so easy to go over their head.
Yeah,
And when that happens, and I see that, I'm lobbing and I'm going to the net.
yeah. And that's going to be our next video.
The returner.
The returner. The return of the returner.
Stay tuned for the next video.
Yeah. Bye.
See you.